The Secrets of Happiness and Success Program, Guide number 2. How to use this program effectively. Dear friends, today I would like to share with you a simple secret, a way of living that is peaceful, easeful, happy, loving, and truly fulfilling right here in this very life. This is also a way to meet and gently resolve the challenges we all face. Sometimes the challenges are small. They may appear as a subtle feeling of unease, a quiet worry, or a question within. Am I good enough? What can I do to be better? At other times, they might take the form of stress at work, at university, in our relationships, at work, or within our communities. And sometimes the challenges feel deeper. They might show up as fear, ongoing worry, unresolved concerns, or habitual anger. There may be moments when we say or do things we later regret, or a lingering sense that something is not quite right. Whatever form they take, there is a way to meet them. To live a peaceful, easeful, happy, and fulfilling life, and to transform the challenges, we do not need to search far. We simply need to return again and again and again to the silence, to the stillness, to the natural tranquility that already exists within us, just right here, right now. This inner silence is always present. Try this for yourself. Can you feel and sense the silence in the room where you are at? This inner silence is always present, and yet very often it is overlooked because we have become so used to identify ourselves with our thoughts and our emotions, or we are giving them all of our attention as they arise. At the same time, we are often focused on what we can perceive through our senses, what we see, what we hear, what we read, what we do, what we're holding on our hand to touch with our feet. For example, when we are studying, listening, reading, talking with someone, or simply just moving through our daily activities. A common pattern is that we rarely allow the mind to rest completely. We rarely offer it true stillness or a moment of silence. Instead, Our mind is often busy, moving from one thing to another, doing this or doing that, trying to achieve, to gain, to reach, to own, to possess. And especially in today's world with fast internet, constant information, so many apps, and endless digital distraction and advertisement. So many things are designed to capture our attention and to stimulate our curiosity, to keep us wanting more and can't rest. More to read, more to scroll down, more to flick on the phone, more to know, or simply more to entertain the mind or relax the mind. And so even when we are sitting quietly at home, we not go anywhere, perhaps still on our sofa, but our mind is still full, filled with information, images, sound, and constant activities. And over time, our mind becomes restless and forget how to truly relax. Deep rest, return back into its source, how to be still, and to listen. And yet our wisdom, our natural intelligence for deeper guidance of our life, all of this exists within the dimension of silence. It becomes clear, it begins to emerge when the mind is allowed to rest completely. Think about this. Maybe just do this with me. Just take your hand and cover your eyes with your eyes open. Can you see the sky? And now to take your hand away. Can you see the sky now? The vastness, the beautiful, the immense of the sky, and with everything in it. So the hand is just like the thinking. And when it covers, you can't see your vastness anymore, your immense, your peace, your beauty. From this space of silence, when we begin to speak or to act or to relate it to one another, to live our life with honesty and with clarity and with a quiet sense of trust, we see things clearly when a hand removed from the eyes. From this silence, there is a natural support for sustainable happiness, and not only for ourselves, but also for those, our loved one who we live with and share our life with, those we work with, and for the wider world, the animal, the trees. In this silent space, we begin to feel and understand that everything is connected. We rely on one another, support one another, and exist together as a part of a greater whole, moving in a natural harmony. We cannot expect to have a happy life when we become too focused on seeking something special, something better, or trying only to satisfy ourselves. But when we return to the silent dimension, we begin to see more clearly. We see that when our action arises from this quiet, steady place, what we create become meaningful, beneficial, and supportive, nourished for all. At this moment, many of us experience inner chaos, a quiet but constant sense of unease in our body, in our mind, in ourself. And we can see this reflected in the world around us. Perhaps this is because we are no longer living in alignment with the guidance of our heart, or the deeper guidance from this silent space within, from this silent dimension. And so there can be confusion, restlessness, and disconnection within ourselves, or become alien to our own self and in our community. But there is another way. If each of us takes time, even small moment, and keep return to this inner silence over and over again and again and again, something begins to change. Gently, naturally, gradually, our life begins to shift. And as we change, the world we share begins to change as well. The way we live, the way we relate to one another becomes softer, kinder, more understanding, more at ease. We begin to feel a quiet connection, a sense of unity with life itself and with the whole universe. And from this peace, from this ease, this love, everything naturally unfolds. In this program, to have you truly experience this silent dimension, this ever-present peace and happiness within you, I would like to gently suggest how to practice this. This is not a program to listen to once and expect immediate result. It is a journey, a gentle step-by-step process. Through these 12 short audio sessions, audio guides, each around 10 to 15 minutes, you will gradually learn to recognize and experience this silent space within yourself, this silent dimension in yourself. Wherever you are, this practice meets you there. If your mind feels noisy, chaotic, filled with worry, fear, or anger, this practice will gently guide you into silence. If your mind is constant thinking, and you do not know how to become still, the practice will support you for that. And if you feel confused, lost, or unsure of your direction for living, this silence dimension can bring clarity to it. As you listen to this guided meditation, very important that please do nothing else. Just simply sit or lie down or stand still, quiet, in a room where nobody disturbs you, and give your full attention to listening. Even though each session is only 10 to 15 minutes, but when you practice in this way, give your full attention to it, the quality of silence in this guided meditation will gently settling into you little by little. Also, through this way of studying and practicing, you will begin to understand the basic step of practicing meditation. Please do not expect to entering this silent dimension straight away. It might be not happen immediately. It takes time, practice, patience, and consistency. But if you practice wholeheartedly and make this become priority in your life, you will begin to notice real change within yourself and in your relationship. And perhaps within a few months, for an instant after 6 months, you will already feel a shift, a change, positive change. Thank you for taking time to listen to this. I look forward to practice together again in the guide number 3, recognizing thoughts.